Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's your host, Arlette, and we are here today with Kharyzma and Jason. Welcome, guys.
Hello, hello,
Hi.
hello.
How we feeling? How you guys feeling?
Pretty
Good,
good.
good, good.
Okay. All right, so we had you guys both. You guys are actually both returners. You were on a prior episode, didn't quite work out, and you came back. And when you came back, you ended up matching on episode 28 of Pop the Balloon or Find Love. Okay, well, with that being said, Jason, is it a yes for you for her?
Most definitely.
Okay, and Kharyzma, is it a yes for you for him? Yes. We got a match! All right, and so since coming back and all of that stuff, Jason, you pulled a kind of a historical move on Pop the Balloon by
Yeah.
asking for someone who you initially popped on and she walked off, no match. You were like, please bring her back. I made a mistake.
hmm
What made you realize you made a mistake and you were like, okay, I got to bring her back?
So I am somebody who I don't like judging somebody off of things that are stereotypical, especially because I've
Okay.
watched the show before and I've seen that done before. And I felt like the reason I popped on her was just I was just thinking about it. I'm like, maybe I should see if there's something there because the thing is, she's attractive, and it was like, the tattoo thing. It was kind of like I had a lot going through my head because I'm in a place in my life where, um, like I said, I have a son. I'm not looking for like frivolous dating. At the time I'm
Mhm.
looking for something serious. And if I'm looking at all, I'm gonna be looking for something serious. And so it was like my thing was I'm thinking, okay, if I bring to my parents, if my mom, my dad's a pastor, and um I was kind of in my mind thinking, okay, if I was to bring somebody to my parents and my mom and stuff like that, I know she's not heavy on like lots of tattoos and things like that, or placement of tattoos and things like that. And so I was kind of thinking, okay, maybe I should just pop. But then I was like, that's kind of a dumb reason in my head. I was kind of just thinking, because when you're up there, you're just thinking about a lot of different things. And I was like, that's a
Mhm.
dumb reason to pop on somebody. And that's why I was like, let me, what I'm saying, let me just, bring it, try to run it back, see what's, what I'm saying. So yeah. That was
Okay.
what was going through my head.
I see. So
Mhm.
Kharyzma, when we were like, oh, it's Kharyzma you want to bring back up here? Was there any hesitation or were you like, yeah, sure, let's give it a try? Like, what was your thought process during that whole segment?
Well, I pretty much go into the whole dating with an open mind. And so at first when he popped, I'm like, okay, whatever, cool. Like, but then he was like, he brought me back. And then what the audience or the people watching didn't see was that we actually had a conversation after he initially popped my balloon. And we had a lot in common. Like, he's saying that he went to the
Mm.
church or he had like his parents were ministers or pastors, and my parents are too. And so I'm like, okay, well, like, I accept that you made a mistake. So let's see, if we can try and get something going. And that's why I decided, like, yeah, like, I'll get my balloon back or he give his balloon back or whatever, and we can see what's going on.
Okay. Well, like you said, you guys had a little bit of moment, a little time to discuss between after you walked off and the next young lady came on after you. So since you guys have matched on the show, have you gone on a date?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we went on a couple. What would you call? Did you call those dates? I mean, we went on like to dinner with the couples the
Of
night
course, dinner's a
of.
date.
Well,
Well, we were
yeah,
with the other couples
the
that
first
night.
night.
Oh,
But then the
And
next
okay.
then,
day, we kind of like call it a day. We just spent the day together. We went and got food to the pool, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I mean, I guess you can call that a date. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Okay.
hmm
So the first night, you guys all went out with everyone. How'd that go? Kharyzma. Let's start with Kharyzma. Let's start with
it was
Kharyzma.
cool. I think it was cool, but I'm a very like laid back, observant type of person. So, I like to peep everyone's vibe, and there
Mhm.
were some other guys there it seemed a little more, not so serious about the whole dating thing and more so serious about trying to get some coochie. So like
Mm.
it was a cool like hangout thing, but I feel like the guys were more so we're guys and we're just trying to be guys, I guess.
Okay.
It
So you're
wasn't
saying
really more
guys,
so.
is Jason included in that?
I'm not gonna say completely no. No.
Okay.
Cause I feel like that night he was being trying to be more open with me. He was trying to share things about himself. And then the guys were like, oh no, don't tell her all of this and be more secretive and I'm just sitting there like, if he wants to tell me what he wants to tell me about himself, he can do that. Like worry about
Exactly. Yeah,
you and
yeah,
your match.
Right, right, right.
But
yeah.
yeah, it was
Okay.
cool.
Nice. So Jason, how was it for you that first night you guys all went out?
It was cool. Because the thing is like the crew of, a lot of the guys, a good portion of us were on before together, right? And we have like a little
Mm-hmm.
brotherhood. And so, a couple of them, they were kind of saying like, bro, like, maybe you just need to, maybe you sharing too much or you're saying this or that. And to me, I'm a kind of person, I'm open, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
closed off to things. And I have a very experienced life view on a lot of different things because I've had an interesting life at a young age. And so, I'm not the kind of person who's like, I'm real. So the thing about Jason is like whatever you're going to get from me in general is what you're going to see. And sometimes in
Okay.
my life that's kind of been to a fault because I'm sometimes too open and sometimes doesn't serve me. But yeah, I was like open to the whole situation. We're talking, get to know each other. And my thing is like whether we were out with everybody else or not, it was still us getting to know each other. There was some kind
Okay.
of like interesting conversations and things. I think one of the girls on the show was kind of like in front of all of us, because we all went out as couples, right? It was like, each couple that went out or that
All the
got that
matches, right?
matched.
Okay.
And one of the girls who got matched with somebody else was like bringing up how she thought, she kept just asking like, why'd you pop on me and why'd you do this? And like, we could have done this and done that. And it's like, my thing is like, it wasn't like, I had just met Charisma, but it wasn't like we were like, in a relationship, but it was like we had matched, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm like,
Right, right.
looking at her, I'm like, what's Shorty doing? Like, what are you doing? Like it was
Long
just weird.
story, long story short, she was just trying to figure out like why her match didn't pop the balloon on me. So when it was my turn, it was Jason and then her match that was
Mm-hmm.
still had their balloon unpopped. And so
Mm.
that night when we were all sitting down, I personally I don't feel like there was any need to bring it up. Like we're on a dating show, like that's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
But she brought it. Wait, who brought it up? I think one of
So
the other dudes.
so first of all, we talk about two different people. I ain't gonna say their names,
Uh-oh.
but I'm talking about Charisma. I'm talking about I'm talking about the other girl. I'm not talking about her. That's a whole other situation. I'm talking about the other girl. I was
With the
so
red dress.
she
So
had the
what
red
it
dress
sounds
after,
like to
yes.
me is y'all should have went out on your own as a
Well,
match.
we did
That's
the
what it
next
sounds
day.
like. Okay.
Honestly, we were cool that night. I feel like all the
Uh-huh.
other couples were having their issues. Like
They was having
that
kerfuffles.
night, Jason was, he was all up on me. He was making it known that
Ooh.
he was vibing with me and he liked me. And
Mm-hmm.
so we were cool.
Hmm.
It
Good,
was
good,
just
good.
some other stuff going on with the rest of the matches.
Okay, so now the next day. Let's go on
The
to the next
next
day.
day, um, the next day was cool too. Like the whole time we vibed. The whole
Mm-hmm.
day we had good conversation.
Food. You came to the hotel like that, like 11, 12 or something like that, right? And we went
Yeah,
to the
and then the
pool,
whole rest of the day we were together
just chilling. Yeah.
and
Nice.
yeah, it was good. It was good vibes. There was nothing that I had an issue with initially. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So, Jason, once you left, because your Charisma's in Arizona, but you're not. Once you left, how'd
Hmm.
everything go? Have you been back? Have you gone over to him, Charisma? How's everything?
We've been back every
well,
week.
we had planned
No, I'm
on
playing.
meeting up and I feel like also I feel like I was trying a little bit more because I was like, you know what? Since we're gonna do this whole dating thing or we're gonna see what's going on, I'm gonna go ahead and get me a flight and I'll see you within a week. And I was about to go there within that week. And we had discussed that and we were ready to do that. I was looking
Mm-hmm.
at flights and then all of a sudden I texted him. I'm like, I forgot what I texted him, but I'm good with vibes and I'm good with
Mm.
energy. And so I just noticed, like, I was just making sure, like, hey, like, are you sure you want me to come down there? Is this a good time? Are we on the same page? And then he hit me with, what did you say? You said we're on two different paths or something
Yeah,
like
so
that.
so yeah, it's like I said earlier, I'm in this space where like if I have a feeling of something where it's like I'm not 100% sure that this is going to be something that goes to marriage, then I'm
Mm.
in the space, I'm almost 30, I'm not entertaining it even if it's something good.
So what made you
I've
feel
had
like that though?
yeah, so
Right.
yeah, there was a couple different things. So when we first had that conversation, we matched the day before. When I was kind of talking about, the church thing and stuff like that, it was in a sense of like we were like, oh yeah, your parents do this, my parents do this kind of thing, right? But it was not really this thing of like you're in ministry or stuff like that. Whereas in my life, that's what my life is gearing towards, where it's like ministry and it's like I was in this space where I was kind of out of my walk with God for a while. I got really heavily back into it. And to me, a lifelong partner is somebody who is not just has a lineage of that, but is somebody who is actively seeking after that at the same fervor that I am. Right. And so it wasn't, and I'm the kind of person, I'm not going to try to ask questions or try to gear somebody to give me information to like make it be like, oh, are you on this path? You know what I'm saying? It's more so I'm going to just look at the situation and kind of be like, okay, is this what this situation is giving to me? Right.
Okay, but in relationships, you don't just go in a relationship being a perfect husband or a perfect wife. You grow
Hmm.
together. So
Correct.
if you were someone that was like, okay, well, I want to see what's going on and I want to see if you would be open to the idea of getting closer to God and being active in the church and things like that, and I liked you and I wanted us to work, I would do that. I would gladly
Hmm.
do. I grew up in the church. I was in the church every Sunday. I even go to the church with my G mama every now and again. Like it's not anything that's foreign to me. So the fact that you did that, like based off of, oh, she's not active right now, like there has to be
Yeah.
another reason. Like you got to give
No,
me
so
something
that was
else.
and how you just explained it is the exact thing I meant. I've been
Hmm.
in a situation before with exes and stuff like that before where it was me trying to build them to be a certain kind of person, right?
Hmm.
And that's what I did not want to do. I'm not trying to coach anybody to be a certain kind of thing. I'm at a place
Mm.
where it's like, and it's not that somebody has to be perfect. It's just a certain place that I would like that person to be at because I'm at this same place that I'm at. And
So.
I know that how I am, I know
Mhm.
that like for example, because I'm like I said, I'm getting back into a certain place, right? I know that for me, I would even prefer that woman to be almost stronger in her faith and ministry than I am currently because of the fact that like with us, because how we vibe and stuff like that, I'll be real with you. We probably be out partying, be out, turning up, having fun, stuff like that, which is cool if I was a different place in life. I'm not at that place. And I knew that that's like, I have a high emotional intelligence and I can tell that lifelong it would not be what I'm looking for long term, even though it would
So
have been
Jason,
great and fun.
question for you. If
Yes.
that is something that was such a huge deal breaker for you,
Hmm.
why wasn't was that one of your questions on the show? Like, did you ask when she was up there and I was like, okay, do you have any
Hmm.
questions for her? Like,
Hmm.
was one of your questions, how involved are you in ministry? How is your relationship with
Hmm.
God? What, like, was
Hmm.
that any of your questions to her?
No, but that was the thing that, like she said in the break, that was the first thing that we had a conversation about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And not that it wasn't that she lied or anything like that. It was that like she said like, yeah, my parents are in ministry and stuff like that. And I kind of had this, oh, well, that's cool. Because it was a shock to me.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that. Let's maybe run it back. But it wasn't something to, and it's not like a deal breaker. So I will won't deal with somebody because of it, it's a deal breaker because where I'm at in my life and I won't long term deal with that person. You see, like, so I'm
It's
saying like
almost the
you
same thing,
that
but
okay. What I'm
Yeah, but
saying
because
is
you
that's
that
did
I
not
make it a
that's
wouldn't.
deal
not
breaker where you no
realistic
longer want to
though.
deal with her.
That's not realistic though. You don't wake up and be like, okay, God's gonna send me somebody that is just perfect, like in every way,
Perfect,
and
no.
like there's always gonna be something about that person that is not gonna be
You're right.
all the way there. And I don't know. How could you even tell me that I wasn't have a big enough relationship with God over how many conversations we've had? Maybe two
Hmm.
on
Hmm.
FaceTime after we had went on our date. Like,
Hmm.
and half of that time you were, you was on the drums, you would show me that you know how to play drums and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
we didn't have enough conversation for you to even try to tell me where I'm at. So I feel like you're going off of maybe my social media.
Um, I'm looking at a whole picture of something that goes like, for example, I'll use another example, maybe it makes sense. Say somebody's a personal trainer, right? And say they're trying to have a personal training business and they want a person to couple with them for that. They can very well get in a relationship with a person who is in shape, but they're not on that same level of like personal training, and they can be great for that person, whatever. They also can get a relationship with somebody who's also a personal trainer and go forward together towards a certain goal. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like it's a thing where it was like I couldn't have a relationship with you because of it right now, but because I know where I want my life to be, I know that it's not a long term realistic situation that I would be in long term, even though it's great, it's fun, you're fun, great, stuff like that.
So can
That's
I
what I'm
ask
looking
a
at. It's a long
question?
term thing. Of
Hold on
course.
one moment, Charisma. Let me ask you first.
Okay.
What would make you say your social media? What's wrong with your social media? Or what do you
I mean,
think
I
would
didn't personally think there was something wrong with my social media until
okay?
the episode came out. There was like this big old video that had like
Yeah,
the
they was
little
doing a lot. They was doing a
what is
lot.
it? What is the like a what
Some
is it
losers made
called?
a reaction video
A
and they were being
reaction
super
video.
direct, yeah,
It was a
derogatory and
reaction
gross.
video, and they like dogged me out for like coming on the show looking a certain way, and then my social media was, I guess, another way. Which my what I would like to say about that is, um, I'm the type of person that I'm going to dress for any occasion. If we're going to a ballroom, I'm going to dress accordingly. If I need to look sexy, I'm going to dress like that. If I'm going on a date, I'm going to dress accordingly. If I'm going to church, I'm going to dress accordingly. Like, so I didn't understand that. And then also, any provocative pictures that I have on social media, I got paid. I got paid to do that. And also, I think there's only one photo that had lingerie on, and that's the one that I did get paid for. So I don't know. Like, I get that social media and what you put out there and how you look and how you present yourself is a big factor in how someone might perceive you or even judge you. And I understand that. But I don't know. Like, I'm a hairstylist, I'm in the beauty industry. So I'm going to look one way one day and look a totally different person another day. Like, I don't know. It just, you got to get to know me more than, the surface. But they tried to say that I was, a sex worker and all these things
And
because
that
of
was
my
crazy.
social media. And I've never did not anything like that. So it was funny to me.
Okay. And so now, when he reached out to you and he said this statement, what was the conversation like after that? Did you guys even have a discussion after that, or it was just he said what he said and that was it?
Regarding
Charisma
Like
the,
just
you guys
chill.
being where you
Arlette,
are
you don't
now?
get it. She's really chill. Like you don't get it. Like when she says she's a chill girl for real. Like her the way she responds is not like even when she responded, it wasn't like this like argument thing or like this back and forth or whatever. She's chill. So she was just like when
well,
I reach out,
I'm just the type of person where if you don't want me, I surely do not want you. Like, so when he said what he said, literally
Okay.
all I said was, okay, because peace out. Like, I'm good over here. Like, I'm not short of any options. I'm not tripping. Like, whatever you feel is best for you, that could be my blessing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm never gonna be like, oh, but why? Or, oh, but
Right.
let's. No, it was, it was not that.
Okay. And now I know you said you had a question for him before I asked that question. Do you still remember what the question was?
Yes, I do. So a part of me feels like also that you already had somebody that you was dealing with in Cali.
What makes you feel like that?
Because on your social media, you had posted a girl. I forget what she was doing, but it was in your house or your crib, and it looked like she was maybe cooking or something. And
Hmm.
you know how like you show like a partial part of the person or the body when you
Hmm.
don't want to like put their whole existence on there. That was like how it was, and so I'm like, okay, well, he
Yeah.
probably had somebody already that he was dealing with.
Yeah. At
So
the
he
time
posted
that we
this
were,
when you guys were talking?
This was shortly, like shortly after he decided, like, oh yeah, we're not on the same path.
Okay. Jason,
yeah,
sorry, I
it was
cut you off. Go
definitely,
ahead.
yeah, it was, no, you're good. No, that was definitely not during, it wasn't during the time that we were talking. And even after, it was probably, I would say, it had to have been after October the 25th, 26th, around that time. Actually, it had to have been after like November, when I posted that. But yeah, and it was like the early October when we stopped talking, probably 2, 3 weeks before or something like that. But yeah, to me, I mean, but yeah, even doing that, I wasn't dealing with somebody at the time that we were talking. And when I went on the show, I feel like that would be crazy. And the girl, if I was dealing with a girl going on the show, a dating show, she probably wouldn't be pleased about that, or letting that fly if that was the case. But um, no, yeah, it was shortly after that I did post about it on my social media, but no, it wasn't during the time we were talking or matching, I guess you could say. The 2 days and a couple days after, I guess you could call
Okay. Kharyzma, you're
it.
making faces. What's going on?
No, it's cool. I'll let him have it.
Okay.
She a chill girl. Oh yeah.
Oh man. Okay. Well, I was hoping for better news, honestly, because you guys had such a breakthrough moment on the show, and
Historic, historic.
I was really hoping it was going to go somewhere. But so you're saying, just so I can clarify and everything, Jason, for you, you noticed the differences when you guys were hanging out that one whole full day, or like when you noticed, like, yeah, we're not on the same path in life. That was during that day, like that's when you noticed it.
Yeah, that and then even like the days after, and then like I'm not gonna say that social media didn't play a role in general, because to me, social media it's a way that you market the things that are important to you or a big part of your life and how you are.
Okay.
And my thing is, like I told Kharyzma, I said, like even the video I made, a reaction video to those guys. My thing is, however somebody chooses to make their money, do their life, present themselves, whatever, that is 100% up to them. I'm not going to judge them or say, oh, you're wrong for this. That does not mean that I will place myself in a relationship with that person or feel like, I want to go down a path with that person. Even though I can step back and say, hey, I respect your hustle, doing what you're doing. Like she said, she got paid for it, stuff like that. But I know 100% in no way, shape, or form a woman that I would want to marry would I be like, okay, I'm cool with this, even if you're getting money from it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
but
so
that was
like
years ago. I did that shoot years ago. Like, that has nothing to do.
to me, it
Like,
wouldn't matter if you did it when you was born. It's all the
that's
same to me. Like
crazy. That's
I know, but
crazy to
it's
me.
like
But
that. It's
I
just
wish you the best of luck. I
you as
swear.
well. And
Like,
we still been cool. I mean, there's no like, it's no bad blood between us. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So,
All
ain't no
right.
blocking each other, no going crazy, like that. We still cool. But yeah,
That's good.
I don't
And
I
now,
don't follow
Charisma.
him no more. I don't
yeah, she don't
Oh,
follow me no more. She don't follow me, but
I don't care about nothing
it's
he's
cool.
doing.
It's cool.
oh no. Okay.
It
And
is
then
what it
Charisma,
is.
you said if he would have like, asked you more questions, if you guys would have had a discussion, you said you have no problem with kind of following a man down that path, or is that a journey you want within yourself even? Like,
Oh yeah, no, that's something that I want within myself. That's
okay.
something that I definitely like I said before, I was raised that way. So that's not something that I will ever neglect in my life. Especially, I do believe that God is what keeps marriages together, and you need that third
Definitely.
person for a successful marriage. So, if I ever see myself getting married, God will be involved for sure. So, whether or not I'm going to church every Sunday, He will definitely be involved. I'm definitely a big believer in prayer, and so like I'm willing to work with whoever I see myself with or whoever I'm with in the future when it comes to that. So I don't know.
Okay.
But you know,
Amen.
And now you said that, provocative, your words, not mine, picture
hmm
that you had on your Instagram is something you got paid for years ago. Is there a
hmm
reason that it's still up? Or have you
Oh
thought about
yeah,
taking it
I'm
down?
I'm
Or,
never going to I'm very happy with all of my photos. I've been taking photos.
okay.
I love taking pictures, by the way. I've been taking pictures since I was a little girl, like professional pictures. I will forever love all of my pictures. There's not one picture where I'm naked or, being provocative or I'm bent over or, like all of my pictures are very tastefully done. And so, no, I'm not gonna take them off my social media. I'm very proud of them. Like, if Fashion Nova hit me up today and was like, "Oh, we saw you in that picture, and we want you to do another," I will definitely do it. And my husband or whoever I'm with will be okay with that and understand that it's a photo. Somebody got to do it. So, that's what it is. I don't think pictures supposed to define who you are or any of that. So.
Okay. All right. Well, kind of just to wrap things up here, what are some of your projects you guys are working on? Anything we could be on the lookout for? Jason, let's start with you if you have anything.
Yeah, a couple different things. So, I have a YouTube channel that I've been building. I have an ebook out with a link. It's in my bio. I also
Okay.
am getting ready to produce, because I'm, like I said on the show, I'm a design consultant, I'm a sales coach and stuff like that. I'm actually getting ready to start a course, teaching people everything from marketing, designing, sales, project managing, everything in general. As to especially a lot of young kids who have never even seen that field of life and what it can bring them, the wealth and everything. So I'm starting all that. But yeah, just follow me on social media and all that kind of stuff. Got some updates coming soon as well. So yeah,
Okay. Okay. Good luck with that. Charisma, what
thank
about
you, thank
you?
you.
Um, I don't have much going on. I'm just building my hair business, focusing on myself, my mental health, my physical health, my financial. That's pretty much it.
Okay. I got to come to you soon, girl. You got to get me right. Get me
Yeah,
right.
I sure do. But whoever does your hair does a good job too.
It's me. Thank you.
Okay, okay. I did not know that. Wow, okay, yeah.
Yeah. I do my own little
I
hair.
thought you had a personal hairstylist. Wow.
Yeah, my personal hairstylist. Her name is Arlette Amuli.
Okay.
Ah,
But I got to come to you soon. I see how you do your
Yes.
own and the other people, and it's really
Yes. We
good.
got to get
So,
you some color.
oh, I'm so scared. I'm terrified.
ah.
I like jet black. I'm a jet black
You
girly.
can never go wrong with black either.
Exactly. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for coming on today, speaking with us, letting us get to know a little bit more about you both. Once again, I wish you both the best of luck in everything you do. And thank you so much for coming on. And everyone at home, thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you all next time.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.